with the forecast saying it was supposed to get to 108 today, I thought I'd get high and try to cool off, and this is where I went. I only gained a couple thousand feet, but after seeing that interesting cloud formation, hey, it might have been worth it just for that. I wanted to play a little bit with the cameras today, do some amateur cinematography. So I'm actually going to stop shortly here. I've been here once before. It's still hot, by the way, but there's just something attractive about this area, so I'm gonna play around and see about getting some shots. Might have to go that way. Never been that way. For example, the colors. Okay, I'm gonna, well, we'll see what the camera does. See if I can manage to hold it and drive this little dirt road here. Looks to be higher elevation than where I was gonna go because it's further down that other road. And this one doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't look like. I think that sign says no vehicles past that point. We'll see when I get there. Yeah, no vehicles. There at the bottom. Someone's been up there, but they're not supposed to. Still, that's a beautiful, beautiful hill. I like the looks of that little spot right behind that tree. But I'm gonna drive back down and go where I was gonna go, just because I want to see if I can play cinematographer. I had an idea in mind for what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna see if I can, and you all get to be the recipient of my amateur attempt. I don't know the names of all the mountains, hills, whatever they are here, but that in the background straight ahead is Zion's National Park. I'm going to drive for a bit and quit recording, and we'll get set up and play with the cameras. I think I brought 4 with me today. Didn't think about it. Actually, I've got more than that because I've got my laptop. Didn't think about the cameras. I did bring the one that's always in my pocket, this one that I'm using, that I use for stills. And I have the 2 little cheap Emersons that I bought. I've also got my tablet, which has a camera in it. Not real great. I don't even know if it's 720p, but I've got it. And then again, I've got my laptop, which I'm probably not going to play with, but I do have it with me. Oh, I think I'm where I was heading. I don't know if you can see where I'm driving the road here. Those lighter areas are rock, mud to clay. Okay, I'm almost where I want to go. Right there is actually where I'm going to park. But just going to share the view because without the window vertical there, it is a fairly fabulous view. We'll get back. Well, I was going to use the tablet, but for some reason I can't get the camera app to work. Wonderful thing about apps, no menus. But just for starters, I've got my Targus tripod. Actually has somewhere there a level. I've actually got two of these Emerson cameras. I'm using one. The other's actually in the tripod mount. And then my the one that's always with me in my pocket is the Nikon Coolpix. And this one is a copy of the Emerson. I'm going to set it down and play with the tripod for a bit. Oh, I did bring a battery pack. Actually, I've got 3 of them. And the tablet in the bag there. Problem is, I didn't actually think ahead enough to bring a USB cable. There is one cool thing. I found something earlier. I'll get into that later, but I'm gonna put a camera up. I've got some wind here, so I put the bag that I've got on the tripod to hold it steady. I'm gonna play with a couple cameras, get some panoramics, and probably do some zooming because the Coolpix will actually zoom, whereas these Emersons won't. We'll get back to things. I'm using the Nikon now, the Coolpix. It's got the zoom. It's a much better feature. The only problem is the tripod mount is not centered, and so I actually had to turn it backwards. So the control is over here for the tripod instead of behind. It's in front. Once again, amateur cinematography here. But at times, makes you just kind of wish for some symphonic music in the background to go with even an amateur video. It is fairly beautiful. Sorry for the shaking. The truck is rocking from me standing on top of it. The color variances in this area are probably what makes it so attractive. Unfortunately, it's daytime. The best time to be doing this would be just before sunrise or just after, before the light actually took the color out of it. But it is still a beautiful area. I'm going to go back over here just because for some reason this one keeps drawing my attention. And I guess that's as zoomed in as I can get. But that being the case, this one here is still a nice shot. Sorry, got some little flying critters buzzing around driving me nuts. They're seeming to like this heat. I don't know why. But I'm going to play around some more, maybe move the camera around, haul it in my pocket, whatever, do some little bit of walking, see if I can get anything else interesting to take some shots. I doubt anybody can see it, but there's the setting the time. The camera automatically shut off, so I'm having to reset it, the time and date. And I'm just going to let this record for a bit while I wander. Oops, tripod moved. That was bad. Here I am holding the camera and it's still recording. I'm going to wander that way, I believe. I'm just going to leave the other camera running, and we'll see what we can edit out of it. I don't know if it's showing up on the audio, but I can actually hear the gnats buzzing around. I can see them and feel them as well. I don't know if this will show the depth, but that's actually a hill, and that hill behind it with that little road is probably a good half mile behind it. I'm gonna wander a bit more and see what goes. To see if the camera picked up that wind blowing. It is desert. There's the cacti to prove it. Last time I was up here, I saw deer tracks, droppings and literal tracks from where they'd been through. It was been wet just before the last time I'd been up here. The only time I'd been up here. Told a friend that I was gonna go get high to see if I could cool off. And they said to bring back some flowers. I might have to bring them some. Definitely a lot of variation in the foliage. More cactus. Don't want to kick that since I'm in sandals. Guess I should be pretty more careful. Watch for snakes. I haven't seen any. There we go. That's people for you. Again, people with bullet holes. Again, people, glass, broken. People. Conscientious people. People. Almost looks like somebody was living up here for a time with this many cans. Well, I just saw a reflection off the truck over there. There it looks like you might be able to see it. Back to the video. There is something beautiful about that hill to me. I don't know what it is. The color change, the fact that it's got that shelf with the foliage above and below it, I don't know, it's just attractive to me. No zoom again, but there's some more color changes. Uh-oh, set the clock wrong. I have it on military time. I set it to 13 instead of 15 for 3 o'clock. I'm going to go see, just for curiosity, if that other camera is still recording. I know it automatically shuts off if it's not. Let's see if it still is. Yes, it is. Amazing. Hey, look at that. It's not got a very good view, though. Level, one of. There's another one up here, but with me bouncing the truck around, I don't see the point in doing it. I'm going to wrap up. I've got 3 cameras that I've been playing with. This is going to be a lot of editing, but I hope you enjoyed seeing some of this beautiful, as they call it, color country. Take care. I'm heading back to the highway, and I just saw this. Love those old weathered wood posts in front of that green hill there. And how can you not notice that? Look at all the variance in color there. Well, I'm gonna just let this go so I don't have to reset the time. Oh, I don't know, the battery says it's full. Let's drive. see if I... Nope, not gonna help. Yes, I know I shouldn't be driving with the camera. However, I can see the end of the dirt road where it joins the highway. There's no one there. My mirror, the only thing in it is dust and empty dirt road. So I'm putzing along at about 18 miles an hour in second gear. And I'm snapping, well, not snapping. I'm rolling some video. Bring on that symphonic music. And drop the camera and have it upside down. Didn't go out of the table. My arms hanging out of it. This is a beautiful view and I'd love to continue sharing it. I'm actually going to shut the camera down. The screen went dark on me, so it said it's trying to conserve the battery, and the highway's coming up here, so I'm going to have to actually drive, not just do the back road thing. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Well, I mentioned finding something cool, and this is what it was. It's a Streamlight Stylus Pro USB. Actually has a USB port there to charge it. 90 lumen light. It's really nice. The USB has a slide cover, and they say it's good to drop in water. I don't know how deep. They say it has a 1 meter crush test that it passed. But I'm gonna finish this up. The Nikon, which I'm using now, I've put some new batteries in it. It died as I was showing the truck through the trees earlier. There was something else, don't remember what it was. But we'll go from there. I remembered what the other thing was. It's the difference in the cameras. This camera shows very vibrant color. The audio quality is much better. While I like having the other two cameras, after comparing videos together side by side, and the fact that I carry this one in my pocket with me most of the time, I'm going to try to use this one and just make sure I have extra batteries so I can continue to use it. I was mistaken on the temperature. Today I believe was only 102 or 103. It's now down to 101, but it is after 6 p.m. Monday is going to be the warm 108. Tuesday and Wednesday are even going to be hotter. Thursday back to 108 by Friday. Still kind of warm, but close enough.